Hello, my friends. This is Kathleen, and I am so pleased to be with you this morning to show you this finished journal. I have 2 journals finished. I have the pink one finished also, but we'll do that one another day. I want to show you this beautiful little bird journal. So I was inspired by this gorgeous color in this recycled book cover. It's a blue, but it's on the green side. It has that beautiful, just dark teal color, and I love that. This is a kind of a smaller size journal. It's 7 inches by 5 inches, but it's stuffed. There are 2 signatures, but it's chunky. It's got a lot of ephemera in it, a lot of room for journaling. It's definitely a writing journal. I have used the regular closure, the elastic and beads, and yeah, I like the way it's turned out. Let's go inside and see it. So this is the initial page. You remember we did this tag together, so there's a tuck behind there, and then this beautiful page of birds. There's some butterflies in here too, but I just love the birds. I've got this clip on there for this other side. It's a flip out. I've got just a little piece of ephemera here and a little tab, and that just gets held together there by that rusty paper clip. This is one of my favorite elements, this Z fold pull out. So there's lots and lots of room for writing in this journal. This tag that we made together in the last video, it just fits right in there. So I've left a lot of clean pages for writing. In fact, there are so many writing pages in this journal that it was kind of lacking color. So I've over decorated maybe, but I have, this is a top flip, and I have one of these little paper clips to keep it on. So again, more journaling space. So another little theme besides birds are, I have a lot of these little tags, or these little labels, yeah, that I'm using throughout the book. Here's just a little image of bird eggs in this pocket. This is another really beautiful color. It's that same teal, but it's just a lighter tone. Yeah, really beautiful green, blue. Here's a pretty tag pocket with some ephemera. It's a vintage stamp. More journaling pages. This is another flip over the page. Flip. Some beautiful avocado dyed paper. Some trim. I've just used one of these little tiny bulldog clips on the top to hold that in. And I have this pretty journaling paper. It's also a Z fold, so lots of room really to write on that, and just fits in this pretty little pocket here at the bottom of the page. It's a pretty postcard, vintage postcard, And I've made a page pocket with that and made this little journal card to slide in there. Some washi tape here. This is a pretty altered envelope flip. So we have here, this is an interesting piece of ephemera. It's from a little wedding book. And that can just live there. And then this side, I have made one of those slash pockets. Yeah, I have a tutorial in the pocket pattern playlist. And I just have some ephemera here. So this slides there in the top. I put this one here on the bottom so you can see those ladies, and this just a vintage playing card there. I think that's a cute pocket. On this side, I have made a peekaboo pocket. And so I just have this pretty image card and some hand-dyed paper. This is my friend Isabel has made this beautiful paper, and it's so interesting. It's like an eco-dyed paper. Let's see if I can get that in there. And I think she made it with spirulina. Yeah. More journaling paper. This is a wraparound journal paper, again on that beautiful colored card here in the middle. It's just a little collage here, and on the inside there's room, a little pocket here you could paste papers or photographs, or just use that to keep some other papers. There's a little clip to hold that on. Here's the other side of that craft magazine with another little image journaling card. This is a beautiful graphics fairy image with just a little vintage book page journaling paper to slide in there. And I love that torn edge along there. More journaling paper and a little flip out here. Some ledger paper. Here's another around the page. So this goes on this paper, scientific graph paper. But I've just made a little up-tuck pocket here with some ephemera, and then there's again more room to write. And again, I've used little bent rusted paper clip. Here's the second signature, and I've just made another little journaling card tag with a label, and that just slides there. On this side, of course, this flips out again, and I just have a little vintage paper here. This is another image from the Graphics Fairy, and I printed it onto newsprint, so there's lots of room for journaling here. And it is bird cages. And I just folded that and then put it around this avocado dyed paper here. And it clips on this side, but I've got this pretty envelope, a vintage envelope, and I've made another little journaling card that fits in there. And then that just kind of covers up the upside down part of that folded paper. Flip out. Here's a little tag with that pretty bird paper. Little stamp there. This is some textured paper. Really fun to write on. This is an around the page pocket. I just have a couple of tags. It has kind of a different topper on it. Index card that I've smushed. There's another tone of that same beautiful color. This is a triple pocket. Here's a pocket. Pretty journal image card. And then here's a little pocket down here with my K card. Some children's writing paper. This is a beautiful pocket. This is interesting. So here's a little ephemera, book page ephemera. So this is a folded pocket, and I've included some of this onion skin manuscript, and then this folds out and folds down. So there's room for journaling here. Those tuck in, and then I have done some punching right here. And then this folds back up, and this can just stay there. So that's kind of a fun element. The middle of the second signature, here's a pretty book page pocket and one of our tag template tags that we made together. Isn't that pretty? I just love these colors, really do. This is a pretty journal paper again. Tri-fold, Z-fold, plenty of room to write. Just put a little bit of embellishment here with those ladies, and they just tuck into the envelope flap. And on this side, this is complicated. I got this idea from Pixie K Designs, Kate. She's down in Australia, and she had this altered envelope flip, and I just really loved it. So it's another Z fold with, you know, plenty of room to journal. And so the envelope is here. I just included some ephemera, book page photos, and all this room to write. And then there's all this room to write and a little collage here. So that just kind of folds up. And then there's also a pocket here. And I've used a library card catalog. Just altered that. That just slides in there. So that's a fun element, I think, interactive element. Maybe I can do a video about that. And maybe you can just see how it's done. It's a very simple magazine book page. Just these pretty trees in the spring. And then I've just made a smushed index card. It's a pretty little fairy sticker here. Be you bravely. And that flips out. Another flip. Here is another around the page journal paper. So this is just a trifold. I just loved this pretty image. I think this is also from the Graphics Fairy, and it looked like feathers to me. So I wanted to include that. So I've just made a little tuck spot here in the corner and used another one of our Echo patterns. We did a video on that. And of course, plenty of room to journal there. So this just folds up, and then I have put that around this page. And that's the final page. And then here on the back, I've done some sponging, and here at the front as well. So I like the way that looks also. The back is, of course, just the plain book. And that's that pretty journal. Thanks so much for being with me today. I will list this on my Etsy, and so I'll put a link in the description box. And thank you for your interest and also for your time today. I'm always pleased when you can be with me, and especially when I'm doing a flip through. I will see you again with the other journal. Thanks. Bye-bye.